Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Marika.
And this is I Don't Know What I'm Doing.
'Cause we don't!
You guys, this is a minisode.
Oh my God, you guys. Via Zoom meeting, actually.
Yeah, this might sound weird. I don't know. We're trying it because Marika has a mysterious sickness.
It's really, really strange. So last Friday, I noticed that my lymph node, or maybe like Thursday night, that my lymph node was like swollen, like on my right side. And I thought it was like a tumor.
Because you always think it's a tumor or cancer.
Because I'm a Virgo. So I think the worst. And then also, like, I think it was Friday. And then also, like, the same time, there was this weird, like, bump, like, raised ridge on the roof of my mouth. Then I'm like, what the fuck is that? So then, like, I started feeling really strange on Sunday. And then I just started feeling, like, worse and worse each day. My lower lip got it's swollen, like there's canker sores. Like I had a headache that like comes and goes that sometimes cause like shooting pain on only like my right temple. Very strange. Sometimes I have to take a beat if I have gone up and down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not to catch my breath, but just like I just did a hard workout. Like or something. It's really weird. And then my jaw feels like tender and swollen because this lymph node kind of gets bigger. Then my other lymph node got swollen too, and there's like 2 zits by it. So that's cool.
They're having a little party.
Yeah, and then like this morning, like my ear starts to feel like there's like fluid and stuff. And I went to urgent care yesterday. I was like, it's such a weird thing to do because it feels like I'm like describing these symptoms to them and they're like, okay, you don't have anything. And then I was kind of like, I do though. Like, they're like, you don't have strep. And I'm like, okay. So explain to the physician assistant, like, but I have like this thing in my throat. Like, I'm like, okay, well, let me get a throat kit and like see what's going on in there. And I'm like, okay, great. Like I keep telling you what's going on in my throat and you guys are not listening to me. And then she finally looks and like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of red dots and like sores and stuff back there. It's all over. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like this is not just in my head. Like I'm not like being a baby.
So that is not a sore throat?
No, it's
not considered a sore throat?
No, it's like a virus in my mouth.
And everyone's invited, or am I invited?
Everyone's invited, I guess. And
okay.
They're having a little fucking party. So yeah, it's just this weird sickness.
And you're not down with it?
No, not down with it. Not with this sickness anyways. I think I have the mumps.
Have you been to the 1800s recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, well, what's that book? Like
Running Out of Time or something?
Yes, it's Running Out of Time, I think. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Well, okay. You guys, these are the question episodes. The minisodes are where we answer questions. So that is our other function, just because we didn't say that at the top. But we're on Spotify. Okay, you can see this is what the deal is. Hopefully.
Yeah, and if you don't, then
welcome.
Yeah.
Hello. We love new fans.
We do love new fans, but the right ones.
Right. I mean, I'll take anything. Okay, well, I have some questions.
Yay.
Okay, if you were going to introduce food into the bedroom, what would it be? This isn't really an advice question. None of these are, I guess, but this is a fun one. She said chocolate. My friend said chocolate is too sticky, was her comment.
Okay. First of all, anything that you bring into the bedroom, any food is going to be
messy.
Sticky.
Or crumbly, at least.
What food is not, or greasy? Like, what food is not going to be that? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, if it was like a Triscuit, that's not greasy or sticky.
Don't bring one of the worst crackers.
I haven't eaten those for the last 2 days.
What
Oh
flavor?
my
It better not be
God.
original. It better not be.
First of all, it's from Aldi, so it's not even a Triscuit. It's woven wheat. And I like original because then you can dress it up however you want and it doesn't come pre-flavored.
Miles.
So I will eat my dry original Triscuit out of the box.
You and I both know you are not dressing that up with anything.
I made a dip today, but other times I eat it plain.
Okay. What was it, like a dill dip?
Yeah, I mean I only make one dip, which is like a poor man's tzatziki, and then I put in some sambal oelek, like that red pepper into it, and I put some olive oil in it.
But how often do you make a dip? How often do you make that dip? Dip.
I make that dip often, but because it's the only dip I know how to make. But I would say like every other time I eat a Triscuit, it involves that dip. But
okay.
I think they're good right out of the box, and
they're not
right on someone's nipple too.
Ow! No, scratchy. It's good to exfoliate my skin.
Sex foliate. I think you can't go wrong. Like where I've never brought food into the bedroom, but I honestly think that whipped cream is where I would start. You can spray out of the can. Yeah. You can spray it on a dick. You can spray it on a butt, on a nipple.
Yeah,
like,
you could.
Just like,
yes,
it's just
easy placement,
and it's super light.
It is easy placement.
Yeah.
I would do these Luxardo cherries. It's a cocktail cherry. Andy knows. You could ask him.
He doesn't listen to this, so okay, I'll ask him.
So basically, there's these Italian cherries that are soaked in some type of liqueur that are used for cocktails. Any good bartender knows what these are. They're expensive, but they're very, very delicious. And they come with like this, it's soaked in like this syrup. It's so good. So you know what? Sticky. Let's do sticky. We're going to do sticky. Might as well go big or go home. So yeah.
Does it stain the skin?
Probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's too sugary for that. Maybe.
Because I would want that to be like where someone's getting stained with that like red liqueur cherry water, you know?
Oh, it's not like maraschino red dye, whatever. It's natural.
Okay. I mean, because like blueberries stain the skin, but that's a blueberry.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it might, but I don't know.
I mean, I would draw on a boy with a blueberry. That sounds fun too. God, what if somebody brought butter? Ew. Just like, you're into that?
I just think about bread and butter. I'm like, I'm bringing bread.
Oh my God.
To the bedroom.
You would bring the bread and they would bring the butter. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're going to stop.
Oh, I forgot. We can't go like too sexual with Marika because she'll sexplode.
Or any.
My God. I have another one. Okay, so a friend, her entire question is just how to be cute.
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Confidence is the number one thing for that.
Yeah, but like, what are the tips and the hacks and the tricks? I think anybody with hair and clothing can, and I guess with women makeup, if they want, like that is everything you need to do. You could be like the weirdest looking person, but like you could have a cute outfit and a cute haircut. Yeah,
but I think she's talking about like personality or what to say that's cute. Maybe? No?
I don't know. It's a 4-word question. I assumed it was visual, like how to, I guess she could have said how to look cute, but I mean, how to be cute. Who's trying to be adorable in their 30s?
Me? What?
Okay, I'm going to take it as a visual question. And I would say, which is something I've done, is you just find someone that you know, like a friend, that is doing everything right, and you just copy them. Like,
who is that? Who is that for you?
James Pomeroy, who was on our I Don't Know God episode, plugged his hairstylist like on Facebook back in the day, and she has since left town. And he was like, "She's awesome. She just moved into her own she has like her own chair that she's renting." She was renting like a chair and it was like this thing in Chicago where like everyone rents their own room with one chair.
Oh, got you. Yep.
It was a cool model. And I was like, okay, well, I'm immediately going to go to this hairstylist because she does the hair of the hottest person I know. So I'm going to get my haircut with her. And then I did get my haircut with her and she was amazing. And then everyone was like, Miles, your hair is amazing, for like this one haircut before she like bounced and left town.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
But that was my theory back then. And then it's my theory again with like dating Andy, who's so put together. I was like, okay, so you're going to tell me how to blow dry your hair. What you're going to tell me what hair dryer to buy, what do I do? And I'm going to steal all your secrets.
Okay. See, I do that, but I also don't. Meaning, like, I do that on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
There's like hairstylists that I follow religiously, Justine Marjan. She's a celebrity hairstylist. I love her to death. She and I have even interacted on Instagram through DMs. Okay. Like numerous times.
She slid into your DMs or vice versa?
No, I always slide into her DMs.
Okay.
But she's like replied. She's like liked. Like she's just the best. But like, do I like follow her tips? No, I don't. I try. But then I tried only the one time. And then I get frustrated, and then I get sweaty, and then I don't try again.
That's why if it's someone that you know, that they can help you. Like when I was blow drying my hair, I was doing it like one way, and I was like, I think this is what Andy did. And then I like saw him do it again. I was like, oh no, he's holding the brush a completely different way. And I still can't do it like he does it. I think because my hair is worse.
I think it's also like learning how to control your hand and like muscle memory. Also, is a key thing.
Yeah. It's like tricky because you're doing left hand, right hand at the same time.
Right. Also, what I do is I copy like scenes from like TV and movies and stuff, and like imitate them.
And so, in all the movies you watch, they're wearing black jeans.
Again, Miles, it's not about looks. Why? It's about personality and what you're saying.
I was answering the question purely based on looks.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's my answer. And I guess that's your answer.
That's my answer.
Okay.
So. Okay, what are the pros and cons of starting your own business?
Who's supposed to answer that? Us?
Yeah.
Pros and cons. You can go bankrupt and lose everything. Destroy your credit and maybe die. That's where my mind goes.
Okay. Wow.
It goes to a disaster zone. because we're talking about money.
Holy crap. Miles.
I mean, I'm kidding, but I'm also like,
you're not.
That would be my fear. Okay. I mean, we don't even know what kind of business. I always thought that Zachary, my brother, I was really encouraging him to start his own business when he was dabbling with that idea.
Yeah, I remember that.
That sounded super cool because where he was moved to Michigan, they were like organizations to help. They were like a lot of pro entrepreneur things at the time to like help new businesses. And there were live work spaces in the downtown where you could like live and work in the same space for like $1,000 a month, which is insanely cheap.
Yeah.
For your rent of your business and your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we've never been there, but no, Marika, you've been there with like your dad.
Yeah. I mean, a pro is you're your own boss. Like no one really tells you what to do. I mean, gosh, there's so many cons. Like because if you fail, like you have nothing to really fall back on, right? But also think about maybe the best case scenario. Like, what if you succeed? Like, why are we thinking about always, the worst case scenario? What about the best case scenario? Or what about the one in the middle? It's not going great, but it's not going bad either. So, I mean, if you don't try, then it will never happen.
If you don't try, you can never fail.
That's It's true though. It's true though. Like, but it's easier said than done, obviously.
I think that these days it seems like you can start really small because Andy has like toyed with the idea of like doing like small scale catering for like people or people's parties, kind of like a la carte. And I found like 2 different Instagrams this week. One, because this guy was interviewed in the Chicago Reader, and one I just like saw through Facebook today. But it's both people like they don't even have a Squarespace website. All they're doing is selling stuff directly through their Instagram. Like one is doing Malaysian food and one is doing like Brazilian pies.
Oh.
And you can like, they're like, we're only delivering in Chicagoland. I'm making this out of my house with my mom. DM me. Like here, the menu is like an Instagram highlight story highlight. It's like so small scale and like no money to do that. So I think it's interesting how stuff like that is letting you start like super small.
Yeah. The internet lets you, that's a really excellent point, how the internet lets you start out incredibly, incredibly small. Like you could just start with just you.
What small business would you start?
It's a great question. I honestly, this is an idea that I'm going to steal that I saw on a reality show, but this dog park bar where basically they had a bar. I'm sure they only had like beer and wine, no mixed drinks, but it's also in a dog park and you let your dog run around. It's cute for like dates or meetings.
Really good. That's such a good idea because at the dog park, people are always just standing around.
Exactly. Yep. But it's only like weather permitting, obviously. But you would have to do it where it's great all year round. It's not too cold. It's temperate type of thing. You just have to worry about when it rains. Even when it rains, like you could let your dog just run around the mud if you want to. It's your dog. Like that'd be like covering and stuff for you.
Yeah.
It'd just be annoying that you have to clean up your dog. But
but dogs like love that. Half the dogs that go to the dog park like find a random patch of mud and like roll in it. Like
exactly. Yeah. Like so. Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, holy shit, this needs to happen in Chicago. Like.
Well, I feel like that's half of it is like you steal an idea from one city and you do it in your city.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's like ordinances and bullshit, a lot of red tape to get through sometimes. But yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh, what would I do?
Sorry, Miles.
I don't want to stay up late. And I want to be outside. So I think I would get one of those cart licenses that seem pretty low barrier to entry. And just like have like a summer business where I'm selling like, I don't know, popsicles or comic books or something. But I just want to walk around with a cart and have some fun music and be outside.
Okay. As a grown man, you're attracting children. What? Okay,
there is a man in my neighborhood who walks around with like one of those like Mexican ice cream carts, and he's a grown man.
Okay.
So what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
And now I'm in competition with him because mine have booze in them. Okay. We're doing Jell-O shots from a cart. Don't tell the police. Yeah, I really have no interest, as you could tell, in like starting my own business because it sounds scary and hard.
It is. We have to have like a nice.
And I have like no skills. Idea. I have like
bullshit.
My skills need to be like plugged into something bigger.
You have just taste. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how rare that is to have good taste?
Not in the gay community.
Okay.
Oh, those are our 3 questions.
It is.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to ask each other some questions?
I sure do.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have a question.
I have a question too.
Oh, okay. Okay. You go.
How do you feel about Taylor Swift re-recording all of her songs?
Oh my God. Love this question. So fucking hard. I love it. So just a little backstory, probably not little, but anyway. So basically, Taylor Swift.
Does everyone not know this? It's like hot news right now.
No.
Okay.
Not everyone. Okay. So basically, Taylor Swift, she originally signed with this record company called Big Machine Records. They basically started because of her. Okay. So her contract ended with them probably like a few years ago, and now she's with a new record company because basically when she's in negotiation with Big Machine, they were like, okay, so you could sign with us for 3 more records, basically, or 5 years, whatever. But you're gonna gain the rights of your previous records, but 1 album at a time for every new record you do with us.
Oh, that's how she gets the rights over the masters.
Yes, of the masters
copies.
of her first 6 albums, I think, or 5, I can't remember. And she's like, okay. And then she goes to a different record label. I can't remember the name of it. But basically with them, they're like, no matter what, whatever record you do, you're going to actually own the rights of the masters of the records that you make with us starting from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'd rather do that than pick my past. I'm going to choose this new future.
Mm-hmm.
So she does that. So separates from them, does a new album, finds out that Big Machine is selling her music late in the game to Scott, Scooter Braun. Sorry, Scooter Braun. Okay.
And Scooter Braun has Justin Bieber and Kanye West and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, and now Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
So basically, this part is something that I don't really agree with, but again, like, I don't want to diminish like Taylor's experiences with this man. But basically she hates him. He's vile. He's, according to her, has bullied her numerous times in the past. Scott Bruschetta, whatever, I can't remember his last name, the owner of Big Machine, has known about the relationship she's had with Scooter Braun in the past and how she hates him. Mm-hmm. Scott Bruschetta, whatever, sold it to Scooter Braun no matter what, even though she knows, like, she thinks he's vile. Does it anyways. She's pissed. She had no idea her music was being sold to a guy that she fucking hates. I don't understand how her whole team and her did not know her music was being sold, because her father is one of the main shareholders of Big Machine Records. They have to know when a big move like that is going to happen. Granted, they didn't know maybe who it was, but according to her, had no idea that was going to take place. Like, no idea her music was being sold to somebody in general. So found out about that, and she's super pissed, hurt. She's like, I created this music when I was fucking 16. This is not fair. I hate this man. He's going to profit off of this, make millions of dollars. I have no rights over my own creation of what I worked so hard for. And so she's like, I can regain that by re-recording all my masters so they become less valuable starting November of this year. She stated that 2 years ago, 2018, when she did Lover. Okay, sorry. Like, you could obviously edit this.
No, I'm just surprised that she said it 2 years ago, but has she been doing it?
So she couldn't start until this year, legally. November of this year. Coincidentally, Scooter Braun obviously knew about that. So he's going to sell majority of her music to another company.
Oh, that's why he sold.
Yes. So he will still make a lot of money no matter what she does. Mm-hmm. And she tried to even negotiate when he was reselling her music again. And they basically told her, you have an ironclad NDA, non-disclosure agreement if you're even to think about getting into negotiations with us about your own fucking music.
Well, it was like she had to sign an NDA that she couldn't say anything bad about Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
I think somebody on the radio was saying like that is like a very weird NDA that is very atypical.
Yeah, no, it's very strange. It's very strange for her own music.
Uh-huh.
Not even allowed to negotiate. She had to sign that to even negotiate for her own music. So that's really fucking strange. So, I mean, you know, Taylor's experiences with him is obviously, you know, very real, because if she was wrong and wasn't telling the truth, then someone wouldn't have gone to those great lengths to do that, you know, saying it out loud now. So yeah, like whatever. So she then decides to, okay, so I heard about that third party or this other record publishing company. I can't remember again the name, but they bought her music. So she's decided to reach out to them and be like, hey, let's work together. I want to collaborate with you guys to get ownership back of my music, or at least part ownership of my music. Then they let her know, I'm so sorry, Taylor, but we couldn't tell you until now that negotiations with Scooter Braun, he's still getting a piece of the pie. And we couldn't really tell you because we were still in negotiations, even though you reached out to us before. And she's like, okay, then I'm out, because he's still going to make money off of my music. You know, so that's why we're re-recording her whole masters. So everything from Taylor Swift to Reputation.
Is her first album called Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
See, big mistake. Big mistake.
Is it a big mistake? Because look at her now. Like, it's not, but
okay, this is what I think. That is called an eponymous album, right? You only get one eponymous album, which is titled after your own name. So I always think that you have to save that until you're reinventing yourself, until you're going to be like, you know what? This album, my 10th album, this is Taylor Swift. Like, I think it's so much more powerful to save it. And Melanie Chrism, Sporty Spice, just released her like 9th album or something, and this is the one called Mel C. And I'm like, that impact is so much more powerful to me.
Is it? I think it's like kind of like jumping the shark. Like, this is like your last ditch effort.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like a trump card that at least you have.
Yeah, no. I think self-titled albums should always be in the beginning of their career. So yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Do you think, okay, why I asked you how you feel about her recording the masters, which I guess you love.
I love.
Isn't it going to sound a little different than the songs you love?
Oh my God. We're like so excited.
Are you speaking for like Swifties?
Yes, I'm speaking for Swifties, because we're like talking about it on Instagram how like, so one of her best album she's done is Red. The best breakup song she's ever done is All Too Well, about Jake Gyllenhaal. And that
still shocked that I think half of those relationships are put together, because I'm still shocked by that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think so, because I think Taylor Swift's a very like genuine person for the most part. But whatever, who knows? I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get money sometimes and be an artist. But when she originally like did that song, it was at a rehearsal session for her like Speak Now tour in like some part of Asia. I can't remember. And it's just her and her band, and she was just like playing on the piano, and she's like singing these lyrics and like just making up things as she's going along. And like, it's basically like this 10-minute song, and we're all like, please release that. Please release that. Please release that. Because we're just like so obsessed with that song. Like, it's not, she cut it down to like a 5-minute song. I think she cut it down in half. So it's just so good. And we just like can't wait. We really can't fucking wait, like, at all. Yeah, it's a 5 minutes and 26 seconds. That song is. So we just like can't wait because we know she's gonna put in like how like the concept of the song, maybe some of the original lyrics when she originally wrote it, all that stuff. So we just like are just so fucking excited. Like can't wait.
So she's gonna re-record like albums and albums worth of tracks, and you guys are like, it's all worth it for this one track.
It's all worth it because we don't want to
even
give
if like teardrops,
any money.
even if teardrops on my guitar sounds like a little different because now she's singing it as a 30-year-old, it's like fine.
I can't. Yes.
Or does that feel like new content?
It feels new, but it feels like nostalgic and old. It's kind of like Force Awakens. Like I love Force Awakens, so because it's very like homage to the whole like New Hope and all that fun jazz, and like, but it's still like new. But a lot of people don't like Force Awakens because it's just like not. It's not a new concept. Everyone loves Rogue One, and I'm like, what? Why do you love Rogue One? It's so sad. I hate Rogue One. It's sad. Everyone fucking dies. I don't like it.
You guys, if you're like, lost, Marika's talking about Star Wars.
Okay, so yeah, everyone loves Rogue One. Like I like Force Awakens. So, I mean, we're just so excited because then we don't have to feel guilty about listening to our old stuff and giving Scooter Braun, this asshole, like money that won't let her own her own fucking music. Like, do you think like Scooter Braun will let let this happen to Justin Bieber? Hell fucking no. Like, or Ariana Grande? Hell fucking no. Like, absolutely not. Like, no.
I think the problem is that he's an adult man named Scooter.
Yeah.
That's where I see the issue. Also, I preferred Force Asleep-ins and Rogue 2. Those are
what?
That's Force Asleep-ins. That's my favorite song movie.
Okay, shut up. Oh my gosh. But yeah, very, very excited.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my question for you.
17 minutes later.
Right. Well, would you rather be cheated on with a man or a woman?
Like my partner cheats on me.
Yeah, your partner cheats on you. Would it rather be
very famously, my first boyfriend after I broke up with him ended up very quickly dating and then marrying a woman. Just so the podcast audience knows. So I have been here. Okay, I mean, I've never been cheated on, but I have had a partner end up with a woman.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, I've never been cheated on. I've never cheated, so it's never.
Would you forgive somebody if they cheated on you? No matter.
Yeah, I would because I'm not jealous.
What? Oh my God!
I'm not a jealous person, so I think as a non-jealous person, it would be easier to get beyond something like that. Obviously, it would still be like a betrayal, but I think if you were a jealous person who doesn't even want their partner to look at another person, then cheating would be unfathomable and unforgivable.
Oh, they can look.
They just can't touch.
No, they can't touch.
I think for me, I would rather have them cheat on with another man because it just seems like kind of like gay. Like the gay world is just like so sexual that, but if they cheated on with a woman, it would have to be so much more intentional and planned.
Okay.
And less like spontaneous and like maybe drug fueled as like a gay thing could be.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a jealous person. Like I hold that in though, because I would be like, okay, Marie, he's just talking to.
You hide the crazy.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, Marie, he's just talking to somebody. Like, calm the fuck down. Nothing is happening. I'll even get jealous if they're talking to the same sex, like to another guy. Like,
oh my God.
Sometimes, like, yeah, like it's crazy because I'm like, because. When I do feel that, I feel like I'm not getting enough attention or the right attention or something like that. So, but I hold that shit in because I'm like, there is nothing to be jealous about. You're feeling you're being crazy, but I get insanely jealous. Even like just this question makes me jealous a little bit, even though I have
jealous.
Cheated.
There's nothing to be jealous of. It's a.
I know. There's nothing to be. I'm not even in a relationship.
There's no target of the jealousy.
I know. Even though I have been the cheater, I've never been cheated on, but I have cheated. So And do I regret it? Hell fucking no.
Well, have you cheated on somebody, or you've more like been the person that someone's cheated? Like you're the third person, or both? Does that make sense? Okay, both.
Yes,
okay.
It makes sense. Miles, you know his answer. I've been both.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I've been both. It's not my proudest moments being the other woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Being the Jolene.
Yes, being the Jolene, but I'm not as attractive as that song. Okay, so yeah. But I mean, like, I don't. It's weird because, like, when I was like in my 20s, I didn't really like. I'm like, oh, it's fun. Like, it's just for fun. It's nothing serious. It makes life exciting. Like, and
being the other woman, being the other woman.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted that to happen. Like, I was like, I don't care. Like, I can. Like, I'm not the one in a relationship. They are. Like, I was put it on the other person. But now, being older and stuff, I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you putting in that effort? You know, like, it's just like, it's not as hot, I guess, in a sense.
It's more like sad.
It is more, yes, it's more sad. It's more sad now. And, you know, again, it's a very selfish thing to do. It's extremely selfish, like, you know, so, yeah. But I mean, when I was a cheater, though, in my relationship with Hector, I don't regret that for one fucking second. He deserved it. Even though he never cheated on me, but he was emotionally abusive as fuck. And, like, what do you fucking expect when you keep calling me that I'm a slut and a cheater when I haven't even done anything yet? So, yeah, I'm going to fucking do that.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing me, saying I'm a slut and a cheater when I haven't done a goddamn thing? I'm going to do that because you deserve it. And I only regret about getting caught. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we answered that question. Okay, well, that's honestly all the questions we have, but we're going to transition into a segment that we forgot about, and now it's back.
Yay! Grind my gears.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember this, but Marika back in the day introduced this segment, Grind My Gears, where I gave her 1 minute to complain about whatever she wanted. And we're bringing it back, hopefully permanently. I'm like looking for the timer, or do you want to time me?
Yes.
Okay,
go.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Okay, so this hasn't happened yet, but it's going to go into effect tomorrow. But Planet Fitness that I go to is saying that their locker rooms are going to be closed and there can be no bags on the gym floor. So I'm confused how me without a car is supposed to stay warm enough on my way to the gym, but then not be able to change when I get to the gym to work out. And I feel like nobody at Planet Fitness like thinks about any of that shit. Like they have 2 different TVs on in the locker room that are playing the same channel, but because they're so far apart, there's this really loud echo between the TVs. And like, why has nobody ever just like walked around the gym to see all the stupid shit like that? Or the fact that like for like 3 months when I first started going there, the locker room was at 90 degrees on the thermostat and it was sweltering in there. Like, how are you running a business where you never leave the desk and you're like running a gym where people can like get hurt or like we're putting our trust in you.
Time is up. Okay.
That's it.
That is it.
That's it. Okay, well, that is also the episode. So you guys, I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to do about tomorrow, but whatever. I guess we'll find out next time we record what actually happened. Y'all can ask us questions on email. We have idkpod@gmail.com, which is our email address.
And idkwhatpod on Instagram.
Yep, IDK What Pod on Instagram, or you can just message like us to I'm UGFine, which is like UG 6H's and fine. And that's on Instagram or Twitter, honestly.
Or me at madhate, MADHAYTE on Insta. I don't do Twitter.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a smoothie. So we have to go. And hopefully this sounded okay because, like I said, we recorded on Zoom.
Miles, your rant with Planet Fitness, like, it doesn't make any sense, but...
What? Why?
It's because your expectations of Planet Fitness are too high. What do you expect? It's Planet Fitness. It's Planet Fitness.
I don't expect it to just be like a garbage heap. Like the Planet Fitness I go to, like the ones in Chicago are really nice new buildings. So you think they would like have some pride.
Yeah, but it's minimal. It's minimal nice. Like it's minimal. Like nice building is the much as you are going to get. And nice, that's it. That's it.
But like
nothing more.
Somebody can walk around every once in a while and be like,
nothing more.
I wonder why both
nothing
of these
more.
TVs, why don't we mute one of these two TVs?
Nothing more. It's Planet Fitness. What are you?
Maybe the men's locker room is so weird half the time because only women work at this Planet Fitness. So maybe they've just never been in there.
Probably.
And they're all they're all like 19.
But also it's Planet Fitness. What's your membership a month?
$10.
Exactly my point.
I'm not going there because it's okay. I'm honestly not going there because it's like so super cheap. It's because it's like the best of my options in my neighborhood, honestly.
What are your other options?
Export, which is also like $10 a month, but it's like super tiny and it always looks like crowded and small and scary, especially now during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
The YMCA, which is like 5 times the price, and I've been to that YMCA and it's super old and you work out in the basement with no windows.
Okay.
So at least I'm getting windows with Planet Fitness. And then there's like this new gym that opened that's like privately owned. And I thought about that one, but that's like, I think even more expensive than the YMCA. Because when you're a YMCA member, you can go to any YMCA in America. That's like the amazing thing about because I used to be a Y member. This this place is called like Addict Fitness, and it's just like a mom and pop shop. It looks fine, but it's like, again, $50 a month for like this little thing. And the hours are not great because of COVID. So my best option to me is Planet Fitness.
That is your best. Well, Miles, now you have your idea for your own business.
Oh my God. I'm going to open a GYM. Am I saying that right? Gym. Gymnasty. Zim. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to keep this in, but you guys look forward to my GYM.
No, keep this in.
Okay,
keep parts of it in.
I'm hitting the stop recording button.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I think they're good right out of the box and right on someone's nipple.